Hey y'all, it's me, the Nosy Goddess, and I'm back getting into the business of Big Eugene Henley, government name, and he earlier today was said to be on the run from authorities after being named in an indictment, a RICO at that, with a bunch of other Rolling 60 Crip defendants who most were in custody at the time of the announcement. I'm going to play some of the press conference, but Big U, prior to having now turned himself in, made a series of videos before turning himself in or on the way to turning himself in. I'm going to play those videos as well. And the interesting part to me in reading the 107-page indictment, which I have a hold of here, is that on page 24 to 26, they have named him as or alluding to the fact that he may have something to do with Nipsey Hussle's unaliving. Nipsey Hussle himself claimed to have been a Rolling 60s Crip and was said to have also been unalived by a Rolling 60s Crip. And I have another clip I'm going to play of conversations being had on a podcast about how Mr. Big U here could have been implicated or a part of the unaliving of Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle's death anniversary is coming up on the 31st of this month, actually. And I say, the marathon continues. So let's play. I'm going to play a little bit of the press conference just to give you insight as to what's going on. I'm going to play his videos when he was on his way to turn himself in. And then I'm going to play the clip as well of the talk about how he may have had knowledge or even been involved in the unaliving of our beloved Nipsey Hussle. All right, let's get into it.
Right now at 11, a big announcement from federal authorities about the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA. Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning, they're still looking for others. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We have live team coverage of this breaking news. NBC4's Michelle Vyas is in Westwood with more on the arrest. But let's get started with Alex Rozier. He was at that press conference and joins us live from downtown LA. Alex.
Yeah, they talked a lot about a number of people in this press conference, but the main focus was on a man named Eugene Henley. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the murder of a rapper in 2021. But this same man, Eugene Henley, is known throughout the Los Angeles community. He's been involved with work, including youth charities, and the feds say he did it all to further his own criminal enterprise.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at-youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Eugene Henley, now considered a wanted fugitive. In the past, he's produced TV series. He has nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, and he ran this charity. The feds say the charity received donations from celebrities, even government agencies, for what was described as charitable work. But the feds say he was still in a much larger crime ring, and it wasn't just Henley that they're looking. They've already made several arrests in connection with his alleged crimes. 4 people named in the criminal complaint are already in custody. The details of the alleged crimes were just released in dozens of pages of court documents that we are about to go through here. But the big headline right now is that Eugene Henley, a longtime self-proclaimed community activist, is now a fugitive. The FBI, among other agencies, looking for him and several other people involved in a much wider-ranging crime ring. We'll have details much later today.
Now, like I said, he's now in custody, Big U or Eugene Henley. But I'm going to play a couple of videos that he posted while he was supposedly on his way to turn himself in, but technically he was on the run at this time.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quagmire. Shit is all bull crap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to, I don't even know what to say. 21 years, I've elevated my family, come back, sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. Hank, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it.
First Street, it might be to, I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go. I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option. I used Developing Option for the front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't give none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover. A cover for what? None of that's going to be true. None of that's going to be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they going to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you going to lump me in with all them? But it's all, it's all the big picture. Now I'm going to be sitting in here. It's going to be years out of my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they going to say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Pray for me, pray for my family. And you look at what we did. You look at what I did. I've been home 21 years. It ain't over though. That's what it's not. I'm looking at all these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA. And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't fuck with Kenny. Everybody know I don't fuck with Brick Baby. So if you want to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, them was the dudes you yourself turning against me. Well, ain't no turning against me. I ain't going for that. You might as well go get 600 and whack. These dudes been saying I did shit all year. So what they doing is they go on the internet and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet. Then when you say I did on the internet, they go investigate it. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with Developing Option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with development option? You know what I'm saying? I ain't committed no crimes and covered nothing up with development option. Shit crazy. But this how they get you. They get one or two people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna be no real nothing. It's gonna be a repeated thug. It's gonna be a bunch of people in jail for a bunch of different crimes that don't have nothing to do with me. They finna lump all of us up and say it's all around the 60s. Watch and see. We just seen it with thug. I'm finna experience the same thing out here. I knew it was coming. Now they on there saying all this stuff to assassinate my character. All right, man, just pray for me. And again, they can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel they want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided? How they there with the police? And y'all sitting there following them. Everybody that's a part of them shows, and 100 shows, and all them shows, and y'all need to, everybody who following them, promoting them, anything. Y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black. And y'all show ain't for our people. They can put charges against anybody. So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. He's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about whack, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you have something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He working with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. Black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they go on the internet and do what the fuck they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Because I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Wax said he was gonna destroy developing option, right? So who gonna replace developing option? Which one of you fuck niggas in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Because whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Wack. Believe that. So remove me to get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is. That's what the whole play is. I'm out. I'm gonna send y'all videos to put up all of me up.
Okay, so like I said, he's since turned himself in. Now I'm going to play this clip. He mentioned WAC 100, loose cannon 600, and here they are on No Jumper. Okay. Talking about Nipsey Hussle's unaliving and what happened prior that kind of implicates Big U in the plot, okay?
And I'm on a phone. He FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, 6 I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. And I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got? Or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? Fuck you mean? That fuck are you talking about?
No, because listen. So after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up. But Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah. And
you
we
like
were just talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it, because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30 minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, you get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early, because the homie Shitty double back 3 times. You get what I'm saying? And first he shot him. Boom, go into the alley, came back and shot him. Boom. It wasn't good enough. And then he came back and he shot him again. But now it's like
how did he know?
Yeah, no, but
that's crazy.
It's deep. So it's like, I don't know who to trust.
Now let me ask you a question. I heard this. I don't know how true it is. I heard that Shitty and Nipsey had a fight.
Yeah, they had they had a fight like a week before that, when they had a fight. You know, Shitty ain't known for fighting.
Yeah, not at all.
He known
not
for doing the other things. So at the end of the day, it's like Nipsey beat him up. Nipsey is what's like 6'4", 6'5". Shitty is like 5'5", 5'6". You get what I'm saying? Like frails. Like he get high.
So there was already some friction there.
Yeah, it was already friction because of like some police telling shit. And
now let me ask you something, bro, because you know they gon'. I know you. See, you don't say nothing. You kind of like me in a way. You don't say nothing unless.
But the homies know. So it's like, it's not like I'm saying.
Hey, that alone, the fact that he called 30 minutes prior to the shit supposed to be taking transpire, make a nigga think like, hold on. So you, and why would.
Yeah, it's definitely fishy. Definitely fishy. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of it from after he turned himself in, and then I'm going to actually read a little bit of the indictment. Okay.
Begin with breaking news. This just in. The FBI says that South LA crime boss Eugene Big U Henley is now in custody. Authorities say he ran a mafia-like organization while masquerading as a music mogul and gang peacemaker. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez spoke to a rapper who worked with him. She joins us live with a story you'll see only on Fox 11. And this story breaking as we speak, Christina.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am hearing that Big U and the other person they were looking for, Brian Mejia, both turned themselves in. This is developing as we speak. And as we speak, people are coming up and saying, on the one hand, that he did a lot for the community. And then there are those like this woman who say things are not what they seem. Listen to her.
No, I'm not surprised because I've been fighting this fight for a long time.
Rapper Alicia Choi speaks about federal authorities accusing LA rap music executive and community activist Eugene Big U Henley of leveraging his connections with the rolling 60s Crips to run a criminal enterprise, even funneling funds from his community nonprofits into his criminal operations.
You cannot do evil when the cameras are off and smile and help kids when the cameras are on.
Choice, who you may have seen in rap videos like this one, says she was a budding artist when she first met him.
I was just a young kid wanting to rap and wanting to live out my dream and working hard. And, he really took advantage of me. I wanted to help bring donations into his nonprofit development options. And with that being said, he just wanted to take over. He wanted to bully me. He wanted to control me. And when I wouldn't allow that, that's when he started jumping on me and beating me, extorting me, threatening people not to work with me. And I was scared for a long time to speak up. I was actually terrified.
And I want to emphasize, these are very serious accusations she is making. And, she says it is her fear, which makes it to follow up on these things, but she says her fear kept her from going to police. She did not file police reports, but that she did try getting a restraining order at one point. Now, what the feds, and we'll go to his photo again because it's hard to see him as a person that the feds are saying what he did when we are used to seeing him in such a different light. What they're charging him with has nothing to do with what she is accusing him from. The charges do not include anything of what she's saying, but they do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas. Back in 2021, I talked to police in Vegas, and they told me over the phone that the murder was over. Are you ready for this? A diss, that he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is why he ended up getting murdered. That's what the police were telling me. So it's just still developing. There's going to be a lot more to this whole thing, but we can tell you he has turned himself in, and I'm sure a lot of people are waiting to hear what he has to say about this, including us.
So I already played the videos that he posted before he turned himself in, and we heard what he had to say. He's claiming his innocence. He's basically saying that he's being set up. So I want to read a little bit of the indictment, and I'm going to read the part about Nipsey that I've come across so far. I'm only on like page 39 of this 107-page document. But before that, I'll read a little bit of the investigation, because he's saying that it's all BS and all these things. But when you read what the investigator is saying, you kind of go, oh, I don't know, because the feds, typically they come in strong. So the summary of the investigation says, in February of 2021, the FBI, Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs, launched an investigation into Henley's criminal enterprise, the Big U Enterprise, and its association with the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips street gang, which the task force began investigating in August 2020. The Big U Enterprise is a mafia-like organization that utilizes Henley's stature and longstanding association with the Rolling 60s and other street gangs to intimidate businesses and individuals in Los Angeles. The Big U Enterprise is led by Henley. Henley is a self-admitted member of and original gangster, or OG, of the Rolling 60s, a violent criminal street gang with associated sets in several other states. Henley is widely regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s. So they go in and talk about his past, how in the 1980s he rose to prominent position in Los Angeles drug and Rolling 60 hierarchies, and how he earned a reputation as an enforcer for the Rolling 60s. And some members of Big U Enterprise are also members of the Rolling 60s, and that he's able to lead the Big U Enterprise because of his standing as the face of the Rolling 60s for decades and his reputation for violence, including unaliving. Okay. Now, I'm going to skip down some. Now, they're saying that, as set forth below in detail, through the course of the investigation, agents gathered information from a variety of sources, including confidential human sources, surreptitious recordings, including Title III wiretaps, search warrants for social media, iCloud and Google accounts, financial records from both individuals and companies or organizations, toll records showing communications between conspirators, victims, and Big U Enterprise members and associates, cell site location information from numerous phones, including Henley's, Robinson's and Martin's, his co-defendants, City of Los Angeles records, public filings, and other publicly available information, and interviews of witnesses and victims. The investigation employed various additional investigative techniques, including surveillance, vehicle tracking, poll cameras, recording devices, interaction with confidential sources, and information gleaned through undercover purchases of firearms and narcotics. Okay. Now, they're saying the United States District Court for the Central District of California authorized multiple Title III wire and electronic interception orders for the telephones being used by certain subjects of the investigation, including Henley, Robinson, Martin, Zahir Mitchell, and AKA Brick Baby. Now, a couple of these people have been on podcasts such on YouTube, such as No Jumper with Adam 22, as well as Vlad TV. And this is where a lot of the information also came out. There's also a docuseries that Henley, or Big U, put out himself, which they also have a lot of information in this indictment from something that he himself put out. Now, if you're following the Tupac trial with Keefe D, you know that it's because of his own book and interviews on Vlad TV and other YouTube podcasts of why he's actually in the position he's in currently as well. So this is something we've seen before. Now, they've also said that since the inception of this investigation, the FBI, Internal Revenue Service, Criminal Investigation, United States Attorney's Office for Central District, and North Las Vegas Police Department, and other local agencies have interviewed more than 50 individuals, including subjects of the investigation, who agreed to voluntarily provide information as discussed further below. Now, I do have another channel, The $1 Trillion Goddess. I'm probably going to go in more depth over there. That's where I usually read court documents. I'm following the Diddy trial. And, pretty much anybody who gets indicted, I'm going to cover it over there. We've talked about Kanye, of course, Russell Simmons, and the like. So, but I do want to just point out that what he said in his videos that I played a few minutes ago, he seemed to make light of this indictment, which I doubt that he's even read. Obviously, he's only seeing what they're saying on the news. But I'm going to just read a paragraph of this, and then I'm going to go down to the Nipsey part. But it says, Henley, Robinson, and Martin, and others known and unknown, are members of the Big U Enterprise, a criminal organization whose members and associates engage in, among other things, unaliving, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, interstate transportation for the purposes of prostitution, bank fraud, wire fraud, embezzlement, and obstruction of justice. The Big U Enterprise operates within the Central District of California and elsewhere. These are very serious and heavy allegations. And so for him to just make such light of it is, he's going to have a rude awakening, I think, when he understands exactly what's happening here. Now I'm going to get into, like I said, where they bring in Nipsey Hussle, and this is 107 pages. So he may come in later in this indictment, and there may be more details. According to the docuseries, as Henley transitioned to life in Los Angeles following incarceration, he returned to the hip-hop industry. Corrupt connected Henley with Suge Knight, the former chief executive officer of Death Row Records. Henley recounted that Suge Knight assisted him financially when he was released from prison. Henley referred to himself as the Blue Suge Knight, as Henley, as of 2004, was widely regarded as a leader of the Rolling 60s. Because of his reputation, Henley was well positioned to ultimately form and lead the Big U Enterprise. In approximately 2008, Henley formed a relationship with the hip-hop artist Aramis Joseph Ashgadon, aka Nipsey Hussle. After several years, Henley temporarily left the industry after he had a falling out with Nipsey Hussle related to equipment at Henley's shop. Henley recounted in the docuseries that Nipsey Hussle made a diss song about Henley, but that Henley is a scrapper and not a rapper. Henley stated that even after they settled their differences, He picked up Nipsey Hussle one morning so that Nipsey Hussle could get disciplined, and that's in quotes, for the diss song. However, Nipsey Hussle's brother intervened and told Henley that Nipsey Hussle was not going anywhere. LAPD reports documented that violence erupted, and when LAPD officers arrived on the scene, a firearm was present and discharged. In 2019, Nipsey Hussle was unalived by a member of the Rolling 60s. Now, they also then go into the check-ins and how Big U was, I guess, overseeing the check-ins for Los Angeles, and check-ins being where celebrities, entertainers, and the like have to check in with Big U or his associates when they're coming from out of town. And it just says here, Henley and the Big U enterprise are widely known for requiring a check-in for out-of-town entertainers or gang members in Los Angeles. As Henley described in the docuseries, if I don't answer the phone, it can be death for someone else. Everywhere there's someone like me, or you can't put a monetary value on his touch in hip-hop. After more than 3 decades as Rolling 60s members and several years managing famous hip-hop artists, Henley was widely regarded as an original gangster or OG. In the docuseries, record producer Andre Young, aka Dr. Dre, explained that it's very helpful to have an OG who can clear the streets, in quotes. With this operating environment, Henley instituted the concept of the check-in when hip-hop artists and other celebrities visit Los Angeles. And they go on to describe how it works and all of that. Like I said, you can visit the $1 Trillion Goddess. I'll probably be doing more reading of this indictment tomorrow and going through the main points of the indictment. But for now, it's just kind of a summary of what happened today. Breaking news: the Rolling 60s criminal enterprise being shaken up and shaken down by the feds with the help of the LAPD. And Nipsey Hussle being brought into the indictment, to me, speaks volumes, especially being that his death anniversary is coming up on the 31st. Sometimes this is how they work it. So, like I said, RIP Nipsey. The marathon continues. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, bye.